Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are fine. Okay. As you all know, in last lecture we discussed about corresponding angles, alternate angles, interior angles on the same side of transversal, and we did some theorems. Okay. So in today's lecture we did some questions based on what we studied in last lecture. So now come to question number 1. It says that if AB parallel to CD and CD parallel to EF and y is to z ratio is given to you, it is 3 is to 7. You have to find the value of x. Now what is given? AB is parallel to CD is given, CD is parallel to EF is given, and angle y and angle z ratio is given to you, it is 3 is to 7. Okay, you have to find the value of x. Now you have given y is to z is 3 is to 7, so you can assume y as 3k and z as 7k. Okay, why is 3k and 7k? Because ratio is 3 is to 7. Now look, AB is parallel to CD, it is given, and CD is parallel to EF, it is also given. So you can say that AB will be parallel to EF. Okay, so AB will be parallel to EF. Now look, at AB and EF are parallel and this is transversal, so you can say that angle X and angle Z are equal. Why equal? Because they are alternate angles. Okay, so angle X equal to angle Z. Reason? Alternate angles. Okay, so since Z is 7k, so therefore you can say that X will be also equal to 7k. ठीक है? Okay, now what is given to you? AB is parallel to CD, it is given to you, and this is line L is transversal. AB is parallel to CD and line L is transversal, so angle X plus angle Y will be equal to 180 degree. Why? Because they are interior angles on the same side of transversal, so angle X plus Y will be equal to 180 degree. X is, you have calculated, it is 7k, Y is 3k equal to 180 degree. This will give you 10k equal to 180 degree, and this will give you k equal to 18 degree. Okay, now you have to calculate value of x. X is what? 7k. So when you put the value of k as 18, you can get the value of x, which comes out to be 126. ठीक है, this was your question number 1. You can note it down. Now come to question number 2. It says that AB parallel to CD and EF perpendicular to CD. What is given? AB is parallel to CD and this EF is perpendicular to CD. Okay. Angle GED equal to 126 degree. This angle GED. GED. This whole angle is given to you 126 degree. You have to find angle AGE, angle GEF and angle FGE. Okay, now angle GED is given to you 126 degree. Okay, so you can say that angle AGE equal to angle GED. Why? Reason? Alternate angles. Look, angle AGE equal to angle GED. मतलब this angle and this angle are equal. Why? Because they are alternate angles. Why alternate angles? AB is parallel to CD and GE is transversal. So this angle and this angle will form alternate angles. So therefore angle AGE will be equal to angle GED. Angle GED is given to you, which is 126 degree. So angle AGE will be also equal to 126 degree. So this is your first part. Now what is, you have to find angle GEF, means GEF, this small angle you have to find. So now what is given to you? Angle GED equal to 126 degree is given. Now you can break angle GED into angle GEF plus angle DEF. Okay, so you can write angle GEF plus angle DEF. This will be equal to 126 degree. Now GEF you don't know, you have to find the value of GEF plus angle DEF. Now look, DEF, this angle will be 90 degree. Why? Because EF is parallel to CD, sorry, EF is perpendicular to CD, therefore angle DEF will be equal to 90 degree. this will be 90 equal to 126 degree. So angle GEF will be equal to 126 minus 90. So angle GEF will be equal to 36 degree. Okay. Now at last we have to find the angle FGE. What you have to find? You have to find the angle FGE. Okay. Now look, you can see AB is parallel to CD and GE is transversal. Okay. Or you can say that GE stands on line CD. What you can say? EG stands on line CD. EG stands on line CD. This EG stands on line CD. So therefore it will form a linear pair. So we can say that angle GEC plus angle GED will be equal to 180 degree. So angle GEC plus angle GED will be equal to 180 degree. Okay, so angle GEC you don't know, plus angle GED, it is given 126 degree. 126 is equal to 180 degree. So angle GEC equal to 180 minus 126. This will give you angle GEC equal to 54 degree. Okay. Now what you got? You got angle GEC as 54 degree. Now look, angle GEC is 54 degree. So look, AB is parallel to CD and GE is transversal. So you can say that angle GEC will be equal to angle EGF. Why? Because they are alternate angles. Okay. So you can say that angle FGE equal to angle GEC. Why? Alternate angles. Reason? Alternate angles. So it implies angle FGE will be equal to 54 degree. Okay. So this is your second question. Now come to next question. Next question is, in given figure AB parallel to CD, determine X. Here AB is parallel to CD and you have to find the value of X. Okay. Here this angle is given 45 and this is given 30 degree. Now what we did construction? Through point O we draw a line L parallel to AB and CD both. Okay. Because these are parallel, so this line will be parallel to both. Now mark it as angle 1 and mark it as angle 2. So now you can say that angle 1 will be equal to 45 degree. Why 45 degree? Because AB is parallel to L and this is transversal. So angle 1 will be equal to 45 because alternate angles. Okay. Alternate angles. Similarly, angle 2 will be equal to 30 degree. Alternate angles. Angle 2 equal to 30 degree. Reason? Alternate angles. Okay. Now you can see that this is your X. Okay. What is this angle is, you have to find it is X. Now you can say that X plus angle 1 plus angle 2 will be equal to 360 degree. Angle around a point is always 360 degree. So reason, angle around a point is 360 degree. Okay. So angle X plus angle 1 plus angle 2, this total will be equal to 360 degree. So X plus angle 1 is 45, angle 2 is 30, this will be equal to 360. Okay. Now X plus 75 will be equal to 360. So X is equal to 360 minus 75. This will give you X is equal to 285 degree. Okay. This was simple question. You can easily solve it. Okay. Now come to next question. Look at the question. If in figure OP parallel to RS, this OP is parallel to RS and you have to find the angle PQR. Angle PQR. This angle you have to find. Okay. Now this angle is given to you 110 and this is given to you 130. Okay. Now what you will do? You will extend this line such that it intersects RQ at T. Okay. So this OP is parallel to RS, so we can say that OT will be parallel to RS because this is the extension. Okay. Now you see this OT is parallel to RS, so you can say that angle what is this? Angle RTP. This angle will be equal to angle TRS 130 degree. Why? Because they are alternate angles. Look, this OT is parallel to RS and this RT is transversal. So this angle will be equal to this angle. Why? Because they are alternate angles. Okay. So you can say that angle RTP equal to angle SRT. So angle RTP will be equal to 130 degree. Okay. Now you can say that angle RTP plus angle PTQ will be equal to 180 degree. Why? Linear pair. Okay. Angle RTP plus angle PTQ equal to 180 degree. Reason? Linear pair. Angle RTP plus angle PTQ means this angle plus this angle will be equal to 180 degree. This is a linear pair. RTP you have calculated 130 degree plus angle PTQ you have to calculate. So angle PTQ will be equal to 180 minus 130. So this will give you angle PTQ equal to 50 degree. Okay. So this angle is coming out to be 50 degree. Okay. Now what you have to calculate? You have to calculate angle PQ2. So we need to know this angle also. Okay. Now you can write Ray PQ stands on OT. Okay. What? Ray PQ stands on OT. So angle OPQ plus angle QPT will be equal to 180 degree. This angle and this angle will be equal to 180 degree. Okay. So angle OPQ plus angle QPT will be equal to 180 degree. OPQ is given to you 110 plus angle QPT equal to 180 degree. So angle QPT will be equal to 180 minus 110. So angle QPT equal to 180 minus 110 will give you 70 degree. Okay. So in this triangle, you know this angle, it is 70 degree. You know this angle, it is 50 degree. And you have to find the angle PQT. We know that you will study in further lecture, next lecture, that sum of all angles of triangle is 180 degree. Okay. So we will use it here. So what we will use? This angle plus this angle plus this angle will be equal to 180 degree. Okay. So angle PQT plus 50 degree plus 70 degree equal to 180 degree. So angle PQT plus 120 degree equal to 180 degree. So angle PQT will be equal to 180 minus 120 degree. So this will give you angle PQT. You can call it actually PQT or you can call it PQR. It is one and the same thing. Okay. So PQT equal to 60 degree or you can call angle PQR equal to 60 degree. Okay. So this is your answer. This is what you are supposed to calculate. Okay. So this is your question number 4. Now come to next question. It says that in given figure angle 3 is given to you 61 degree and angle 7 is given to you 118 degree. You have to find whether line M is parallel to N or not. Okay. So solution. Angle 3 equal to 61 is given to you. Okay. Now we can say that angle 3 plus angle 4 will be equal to 180 degree. Reason? Linear pair. Angle 3 plus angle 4 equal to 180 degree. Reason? Linear pair. Angle 3 is given to 61 plus angle 4 equal to 180 degree. So angle 4 will be equal to 180 minus 61. So angle 4 will be equal to 119 degree. Okay. Now you can see that M is parallel to N and L is transversal. Therefore you can say that angle 4 and angle 7 are corresponding angles. Sorry, M is parallel to N is not given to you. You can see that these are the two lines. You don't know whether these are parallel or not. And we know that when two lines intersected by a transversal, then a pair of corresponding angles is formed. So you can see that angle 4 and angle 7 are corresponding angles. So you can write now angle 4 and angle 7 are corresponding angles. Okay. Now we have to check whether these are equal. Corresponding angles such that you have given angle 4, you calculated, it is 119, and angle 7 it is given to you 118. Are they equal? No, angle 4 is not equal to angle 7. So these corresponding angles are not equal, therefore lines will not be parallel. Why? Because if corresponding angles are equal, then we can say that lines are parallel. Since here corresponding angles are not equal, therefore lines will not be parallel. So we can say that angle 4 is not equal to angle 7. Therefore M is not parallel to N. Okay. So this is your answer. Simply we have proved that corresponding angles are not equal. Therefore M is not parallel to N. Okay. Now come to last question for today's lecture. If the bisectors of a pair of alternate angles formed by a transversal with two lines are parallel, prove that given lines are parallel. Here these are the angle AGH and GHD. These are the two alternate angles. Okay. And GH and HL are the bisectors. Sorry, GM and HL are their bisector. GM is the bisector of angle AGH and HL is the bisector of angle GHD. And what is given to you? These are the bisectors. It means angle 1 will be angle equal to angle 2 and angle 3 will be equal to angle 4. Why? Because they are bisectors. Okay. So what you have to prove? You have to prove that AB is parallel to CD. So in order to prove AB parallel to CD, if we can prove that angle AGH means this angle will be equal to angle GHD means this angle. If we can prove these angles are equal, then we can say that since alternate angles are equal, therefore lines will be parallel. Okay. So we will prove angle AGH equal to angle GHD. This will be our target to prove alternate angles are equal. Now since GM is the bisector of angle AGH, so angle 1 will be equal to angle 2 and HL is the bisector of angle GHD, so angle 3 will be equal to angle 4. So this will be your equation 1. Now it is given that GM parallel to HL and EF is transversal. What is given to you? That these bisectors are parallel. GM is parallel to HL. So we can say that GM is parallel to HL and EF is transversal. So angle 2 will be equal to angle 3. Why angle 2 equal to angle 3? Because they are alternate angles. So therefore angle 2 equal to angle 3. Reason? Alternate angles. Now we know that angle 2 is equal to angle 1. So in place of angle 2 we can write angle 1 and angle 3 equal to angle 4. So in place of angle 3 we can write angle 4. Mark it as equation 2 from 1. Okay, now what you do? You can so mark it as equation 2 and mark it as equation 3. Okay, what you do? You just add this equation. So angle 1 plus, and you just add this equation, LHS one side and RHS one side. So angle 1 plus angle 2 equal to angle 3 plus angle 4. Now look, what is angle 1 plus angle 2? This whole angle. This is angle AGH. So angle AGH equal to angle 3 plus angle 4 will be this whole angle. This whole angle is angle GHD. Angle GHD. Okay. Now अब आप क्या लिखोगे? Since alternate angles are equal, therefore AB is parallel to CD. Okay, clear? So this completes today's lecture. In next lecture we will study angle sum property of a triangle, which means sum of all the angles of triangle is 180 degree. I hope today's lecture will be clear to you. Okay, thank you.